Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Friday. Yay. Just wanted to say good morning. Yesterday, the video was really funny because I went live and then I got thinking about something and I was not awake. So Thursday was definitely different. So sorry about that. But just remember that when you come to these messages, that is when that message is good for you. That these are timeless messages. So even though I say it's Friday or I say it's a certain day, if you're being brought to this video in your feed on a different day, I would take a look at it because chances are there's something in that message that Spirit wants you to, or that they feel you need to hear, bringing you to it for a reason. So good morning, everyone. It is Friday. For those of you who work a traditional work week, you're almost there. It's almost the weekend. You got about 7 more hours. Good morning, Stephanie. So with that being said, I wanted to thank everyone. If you didn't check out my video last night, that has to do with my classes, please take a look at that. And also, the link is in the description box for the Wednesday night gathering that I'm going to do. If you go to guidance311.com/events, you'll actually be able to RSVP. And then you'll get the email with the information that you need. So very, very good stuff coming. And I just wanted to get that out there this morning. So take a look. There's a lot. There's a lot. I told you this year was going to be big, and it really is. And I love it. And it's only going to get bigger. It's only going to get bigger. So if you have any questions about the classes, if you have questions about working with me, IET, integrative energy therapy, anything that I've got going on, and you really want to talk to me and figure out like where you would fit, maybe where you are on your journey and you need to talk about that, please, there is a 15-minute free call on my services tab, and the information on how to set that up is on the website. So take a look at that. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Thank you. So please take a look at that. And if that's something that resonates with you, yeah, get a hold of me and we'll set that up. Because I know that working with a medium, on your spiritual journey, you want to work with people that resonate with you, that really get you or understand what you're going through, or that you can trust with, what part of the journey you're on, whether you're at the beginning of the journey, the middle of the journey, or you're more towards feeling like we're never at the end of the journey, but more towards the end of the journey. Good morning, Delia. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. So that is what I have for you today. And as far as how to get a hold of me and work with me, whether you're working on your healing journey or opening up to Spirit and you want to do the classes, or maybe you want to get in contact with Spirit. Maybe you're looking for a message. I do have the 30-minute readings and the 60-minute readings. So it's all there. All right. So good morning, good morning, good morning. And these cards are beautiful. I love them. So basically it is time for us to come out of the prison of fear. It is time for us to get away from telling the stories that are going to keep holding us down, keep holding us back, letting the ego drive the train. It's time to put this behind us. It is time to get into giving and receiving. Giving and receiving is getting into gratitude for what you do have. The higher vibrational frequencies will help you get away from the fear, will help you get away from what no longer serves you. So for many of you, that prison of fear has been driving the train, and you've been feeling like you're stuck. You've been feeling like you've been getting the same old, and it's not working out because you've not been able to move away from making the same decisions. Because when we resonate at a certain place and we feel safe there, even though it's not good, even though maybe it's the blame game, maybe it's victimization, but it's what we know. And it's what we get stuck in, the pattern we get stuck in. And it's really, really important to kind of recognize that that's where you are, so that you can start working on releasing that fear. And the way in which to do that quickly is to get into gratitude. Get into gratitude for what you do have. Get into gratitude for what is going right. And for some of you, it's getting really, really particular. Or looking at the small stuff, because there isn't a whole lot going on. There isn't a whole lot big things to be grateful for. You're not receiving the things that you want to be receiving, or you want to, you're trying to manifest. And that's how you get into the manifestation, is to get into the gratitude, get into the balance of giving and receiving. And for some of you, you can't give a lot. For some of you, maybe you don't have the financial situation, but you can give your time and energy. You can give your love. You can give your compassion. You can give your kindness and your empathy. And the receiving, for some of us being the people pleasers, good morning, Mandy. Oh, awesome, Delia. For some of us who are the people pleasers, it's really hard for us to be able to receive. We're not comfortable receiving. We're really not. We are always the ones that give. We're always the ones that be. We're always the ones that do. And when we're being asked to receive, it feels uncomfortable, and we try to block it and say, "Oh no, you," or "Oh no, give it that over there," or "Oh no, I." And that's telling the universe that you are not good enough. Telling the universe you're not important enough, and we've got to stop that. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Spirit keeps coming until you get the message. And for some of us, it's a long time. Because what we're going on is we're becoming the phoenix in our own stories. We're coming out of the ashes. We're rising into our empowered state and coming forth in a way that is feeling like, okay, this is the road that I want to be on. This is the way in which I want to go. But you have to walk through the fire. Good morning, Lori. You have to walk through the fire to get to what it is you're wanting. And for many of us, we feel the fire and we back away from it. And Spirit's saying, nope, go through it, because we've got to get out of the prison of fear. We've got to get out of the ego and letting the ego drive the train. Now we need to drop down into love and compassion, getting into gratitude, and become the phoenix, rising out of the flame and bringing yourself into the new vibrational frequency that is going to allow you to manifest the things that you want, because you are planting the seeds for the future. So the steps that you're taking today, the steps that you've been taking for the past few is going to allow you to bring yourself into what is for you moving forward into the future. So for some of you, it is planting the seeds. For some of you, it is saying, okay, I'm going to take a step because I've been being brought to the same step over and over again, but I'm blocking it. Today, I'm going to take it. Today, I'm going to move forward. Today, I'm going to love myself enough to say, no more fear. I'm going to request a most benevolent outcome for whatever it is that you're going to do, whatever step you're going to take, and allow the angels to come in and partner with you to help you, to plant the seeds for the future, to take you into what you do want, not what you don't want, because the universe has your back. You're coming into balance in a way that you haven't maybe ever before, but for many of us, in a long, long time. For some of us, it's been a 10-year cycle. For some of us, it's been a decade. But we are coming into this energy in a way that is allowing us to feel balance and connection to spirit. This lotus flower on this card, I love it because it really is the representation of our crown chakra. And look at that infinity symbol. The universe has you covered. They love you. They are there supporting you. They're bringing you the messages over and over again until you get it, and they're ready for you to get it. And because of the Phoenix card being in this spread, I feel like you're ready to get it. You're ready to walk through the ashes. You're ready to say, no more. The fire isn't holding me back. I'm going to go forward. I'm ready. I'm going to partner with my team of guides, angels, and ascended masters. I'm going to request that most benevolent outcome. I'm going to take the step. It's time. It's time. It's time. So for some of you, you're going to start seeing feathers. For some of you, you're going to start getting signs and symbols. For some of you, you're going to start having the support come in, the unexpected opportunity, the out of the blue phone call, the out of the blue email. You're going to start receiving what you need. And you can't block it by saying, I'm not good enough, or things don't work out for me. Got to let that go. That's the old story. That's the prison of fear. And we're not there anymore. We're not there anymore. All right, let's see what we have for Oh, wow. All right, I usually pick one, and I picked three. All of a sudden, I'm like just picking. So Spirit has a lot to say today. Good morning, Mary Beth. Absolutely. All right, so we're getting 3 pieces of advice. Yeah, drop down into compassion. Compassion is always going to be that higher vibrational frequency that's always going to bring you to what is good for you. By being compassionate to others, you're actually going to start feeling compassion in your own life. Compassion by receiving the manifestations, by receiving the support that you're looking for. Basically, what you put out is what you get back. So if you start living from your heart space, if you drop down and you don't let the fear drive the train, then you're going to start manifesting all the things that you're wanting, those new partnerships, those new beneficial relationships, those new jobs that last for a while, where you're co-creating your own experience because you're dropping down into your heart and you're living from compassion and you're starting to receive compassion, not only from the people around you, but from the universe. You're tapping into your, what Abraham calls your vortex, and starting to receive the manifestations. So it's time to get out of fear and get into the compassion. Planting the seeds of the future. I can't find it. I'm going to find it because I really want to. Look at that. We're going from this to this. We're dropping out of the prison of fear. We're getting into compassion, and we flip the script on our life. We start receiving the abundance and the prosperity. Good morning, Kathy. Yeah, because right now in this Lionsgate energy, we are receiving intuition and downloads. So for many of you, you are being guided by your 5D higher consciousness, not where you were back there. It's time to move forward. It's time to trust and act on the intuition and downloads that you're receiving. So those premonition dreams, that inspiration, that out of the blue thought, that sign, that unexpected email or phone call. It's time. It's time for you to start receiving that which you've been trying to manifest, because once you let go of the fear and you trust your higher self, you trust God consciousness, you ask and request a most benevolent outcome. When you pray from that heart space, you start receiving. Again, it may not look exactly like you thought it would, but your higher self, God consciousness, knows what is the best road for you, and they're going to bring you what you need. So it's not necessarily going to look like what you wanted, but it's what you need. Yeah. So for some of you who have been living in the fear and feeling urgent, because urgency is fear energy, it's time to take a step back. It's time to get out of the urgency and the fear of having to do something right now or happen right now. Because sometimes what is for you, it takes time. It takes time to appear or show up. And for some of you, it's appeared and showed up a couple of times, but you didn't step into it because you didn't feel worthy of it or you didn't trust it. It'll come back around. So for some of you, it's getting into the idea of surrender. Surrendering to the process, letting go of the how and the when, but when it appears, taking that action step forward and saying to the universe, I'm here, I'm ready, let's go. Oh, Lori, just ask for them to come back. Or have they switched it up on you, and are you receiving new signs and you're just, because you're still looking for the feathers, you're missing the new signs? Be open. Be open, honey. Be open to possibility. Be open. So it's Friday. So let's do a pick a card, because I know that many of you have your own situations. So whatever the general message was, please take what resonated, leave the rest for others. But we're going to use the angel answer cards. Oh, you're welcome, Gina. Thank you for being here. So I'm going to pick 3 cards. So right now, think about something you want clarity on, or maybe some questions answered. And I'm going to hold up 3 cards, and then we will reveal them. Ooh, and the first one is popping out. So let's get some answers. Maybe, Lori, maybe. Maybe. All right, there's 2 and 3. Let's see. I know I used to shuffle so that you could see them, but the camera is so high now. I kind of feel bad you can't see the shuffle. And 3. Oh, there it is. 3 just literally flew. Did you guys see that? All right. So, one, 2, 3. What resonates with you? 1, 2, or 3? What is your eye being pulled to? Which one can't you not look away from? Or what number is resonating in your mind? Don't overthink it. Go with your gut. Maybe it's the first one you looked at when I held them up. Don't overthink it. All right, here we go. Number 1. I love it. So number 1, whatever it is, don't stop. This isn't the time to stop. And this has got the exclamation point on it. So this is like emphasis from Spirit saying, do not stop. Keep moving forward. Keep going on your path. Don't let anyone discourage you. Don't let anyone talk you out of it. Don't let anyone stop you from realizing your dream or taking that next step or stepping out of your comfort zone. You know, whatever it is, don't give up. This isn't the time to give up. So for some of you, it's like it hasn't been happening. You've been working and trying and putting out your feelers and talking to this person and maybe you're on the 3rd attempt of doing something that you've been wanting to do. Don't give up. Don't give up. Spirit has your back. And if you really feel like you're not receiving the help or the support that you really would want, then what I would like you to do is request a most benevolent outcome. So if you're someone who's looking for a new job, I request a most benevolent outcome for a new job. If you're someone who is wanting more beneficial people in your life, I request a most benevolent outcome for meeting the right people or the people who are going to be good for me. Don't stop. I love that message. Card number 1. It's not time to stop. It's time to keep going. It's called perseverance. It's you keep going even though it's hard. You just keep going. And this is what I feel like this card is saying to us today, that we've just got to persevere. We've just got to keep plugging along. Keep making the phone calls. Keep putting out the feelers. Keep networking. Keep studying. Keep learning. Keep growing. Don't stop. All right. Card number 2. Yeah, so for some of you, you asked when. When is this going to happen? When am I going to get the support? When am I going to meet the person? When am I? Within the next few weeks. Within the next few weeks, something is going to open up. Something is going to be brought to you. Something beneficial is going to show up. So within the next few weeks, you're going to surrender. You're going to let go of the how and the when it's going to show up. You're going to say, I'm requesting a most benevolent outcome for, and you're going to let it go. And you're going to let Spirit and Source join up the dots and bring that to you, which is for you. And again, for some of you, it may not look exactly like you think it will. For some of you, it may look completely different. But whatever you're being brought to, that is for you. That is what's going to be most beneficial at this time. This is where you're supposed to be. So when you surrender, you get exactly what you need. That's going to take you on your next path that is in alignment. When you're forcing it and you're pushing and you're trying to make things happen, that's when things get wonky. They get out of whack and you end up having to revisit something or start over. And so right now, just surrender. Do what you can do each day. And for some of you, it's just staying in gratitude. For some of you, it's just taking care of your daily needs. For some of you, it's just reading that book listening to that podcast or listening to those positive affirmations, whatever it is, however little it is, it's important. So keep doing what you can do, but know within the next few weeks, something is coming to you that is going to be beneficial. Number 3, are we ready? Oh yeah, I love it. Boom, the situation will improve. You're on the right path. Yeah, Gina, that's the urgency. You've got to surrender. You've got to just take a deep breath and say, I'm requesting a most benevolent outcome for, and if you need more help with that, it's Tom T. Moore, the book, The Angel Way. But he talks about building that relationship with your angels so that you can know that you are supported and that things are getting better and they are there hearing you, listening to you, supporting you, loving you, bringing that to you, which is for you. So, honey, I know it's hard when you're feeling desperate. I know it's hard when you're down there in the bottom and you don't know how the way up is going to look or how you're going to get up. That's when surrendering is so important, because Spirit will bring you the how and the when. You don't have to know that. You just have to keep staying positive, keep staying grateful for what is going right. And I have used this analogy, and I'm gonna share it with you. Several years ago, I was moved back from down south for the summer with my car, my kid, and what we needed for the summer. That was it. But when I got home, I was at the bottom. I had worked teaching in the South, very different than teaching in the North. It was not a good experience. It was emotionally, physically draining because it was a scary situation. And I was going to be moving back down there by myself with my kid, moving to a different town away from my sister, no support, in a new school district by myself. And I was terrified. And my mother said, "You're not going back." And I was like, I have no job. All my stuff is hundreds of miles away. I have no way of getting it home. I had no money. That's why I'd come home to work summer school to make money. So we ended up living in a 1-bedroom apartment with her. I worked that summer school job, bought us clothes for the winter, and I had no idea what the future held because I did not have my teaching certification anymore in New York State. So going back to teaching was not an option. I didn't know what I was going to do. If you want to talk about despair, it brings back a lot of scary emotion right now because it was a scary situation. But I had to surrender. I had to get into gratitude. I had to surrender. And once I did, I had a job up here. It wasn't a job I ever thought I would do, but it was going to get me off the couch. It was going to get me working. And it brought me to the next thing, which brought me to the next thing, which brought me to the next thing, which brought me here. So we never know. We never know where Spirit's taking us. But if you can trust, and if you can just say, I put you in my hands, I'm requesting a most benevolent outcome for the situation because I got nothing, they will bring it to you. So number 3, the situation will improve. You will get there. Believe it and receive it. Stay in gratitude. 10 things every day for 21 days. That is how I got off that couch. That is why I talk about a gratitude journal so much, because it was profoundly changing in my life. Changed everything. And here I am. That was in 2013. So it took some time, but you will get there. You just have to believe and trust in a way that can feel very unsettling, very, very terrifying. But if you really do pray and you really do meditate and you really do get into gratitude, you will feel the support. You will feel the unconditional love that is always there for you in the matrix. So thank you for being here today. Good morning, Dorothy. Good morning. So, if you want to work with me, guidance311.com. If you want to show up for the free event on August 11th at 7 o'clock, it is going to be a contained meeting where I'm going to share with you a guided meditation so that we can get into connection with Spirit in a way that we can feel it. And then we're going to share. We're going to pull cards for each other. We're going to do some mediumship readings if we want to practice. But I'm going to be there to answer your questions and to know that you are supported. And we can talk about my classes that are going to start in September. So if you're someone that you're not sure that they're right for you, or you're ready for it, or what they're all about, RSVP to the free event and join us. I would absolutely love for you to be there. So if you've taken a class with me, or if you want to take a class with me, or if you want to just get to know me, please come to the event. Thank you, Lori. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. Spirit has, this Lionsgate energy is very overwhelming, and a lot of people are needing to know that they're not going through it alone. That what you're being dumped out of, what that changes you're being brought to, they are for you. So you're not alone, folks. You're not alone. I'm going through it too. I've had a lot of changes in the past couple of weeks. They're good, but they're not where I thought I'd be. So yeah, it's all good. So I am sending you so much love, so many blessings. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And Sheila and I, coffee, Sheila and Melissa, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Join us for the conversation. Ascension, spirituality. Last week we talked about ego. We've talked about ascension symptoms. We've talked about all kinds of good stuff. And if you want to check out our past conversations, they're all on my YouTube channel in a playlist. So take a look at that. And also at SheilaTillich.com on her blog. She's got all the videos. But the link to my YouTube channel is right in the description box, so you don't have to go too far to look for that. But yeah, it's there. Also, on my YouTube channel, I did yesterday August forecast video if you're wanting to know kind of what's coming up in August. And also, if you feel like you identify as a starseed, an indigo child, or a light worker, there's a new reading there for you all also, because I know that we who feel different, who feel energy in a way that most don't, we need support. So that's also on the YouTube channel. So good stuff everywhere. All right, guys, have a beautiful rest of your weekend. Find some time to spend outdoors, get grounded. This energy is a lot. This new moon is bringing a lot of new changes, new beginnings, rediscovering, reinventing, ancestral downloads. It's a lot. So take care of yourselves. Drink a lot of water and get rest as you need it. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon.